I'm live. Hello, hello, hello. This is Lori from the Pink Girly channel. I'm a few minutes early. It's because I'm so stinking bored. I was looking for Lisa from Lisa My Eclectic Life, and I do believe she's injured herself somehow, and she's not going to come out to her studio, if I understand correctly her message. I think it was a current one. So my husband went, "Hey, Mitzi, nice to see you. What are you working on, Mitz? You always got good stuff going on." Girl. My husband, we work at we work, yeah, duh. We live at a 55 plus community, and he just recently retired. So I think he's not quite sure what to do with himself. Like, he's busy during the day. He's got a little part-time thing he does online. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you. And he just went over to the clubhouse to check out the exercise room. And a couple of his friends were getting ready to play a game called Whisk. I don't know if it's W-I-S-K or W-H-I-S-K. I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer. I like bingo, but I mostly play on my phone. Anywho, so I find myself home alone. No Lisa, no ball game. I've been working in my room. You know, the thing about cleaning up your art space. Hi, Marty. Good evening. Is you discover some things that you maybe started and forgot you started. You know, along with finding treasures that you forgot you purchased. I mean, it's overwhelming. Like I said the other day, or the other night, the other afternoon, I don't know, I don't remember. I don't really see myself as someone who gets overwhelmed very easily, but this it's a daunting task I've gotten myself into. And I think I've made some real progress today. Doesn't look it yet, but hey, Zena. Hi. Thread and Glue Designs. Do I know Thread and Glue Designs? I saw somebody say Steffi. Is that you, Steffi? Is that Stephanie? Hi, Jen. Is that Stephanie? Stephanie G's different, right? Thread and Glue Designs. I feel like I should know your name. Hello, hello. Come in, come in. So I just thought I'd do, okay, now see this? I have enough paper. I don't need to have any more paper, but I want to use this. I want to tape it. I want to make it look cool. So I'm going to put that to the side because I have to go get my... Hi, Kathy. Welcome to everyone who's coming in. Okay, Thread is Steffi. Okay. Not to be confused with Stephanie G. So she goes by Steffi. Okay. Terrific. We brought the party over from Jen. Oh, Jen, you were live? Why didn't it come up for me? I'm almost sure I subscribed. Oh, I hope I didn't make you stop. Anywho, I found these lusciously coffee stained papers in one of my boxes. I'm not going to put anything else with them. I'm going to make it chubbier than it has any right to be. It's just a smaller version of a composition book. This one looks like it was burnt, and it looks like it was laying in the mud. Love it. You're on 4 hours. Oh, that is so very kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I really don't know what I feel like doing. Well, that's not true. I feel like doing everything. That's funny. Let's blow this joy. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I can't believe I didn't see she was on. Because I was looking around. All right, so I must have taken this apart, right? And it was stitched. So I took it apart. Zena, what's the drink you get at Wawa? Did you say it was a latte or a cappuccino? The frozen drink that you like at Wawa. I sent my husband. I thought I got. Hi, Judy. Dixie-doodle. Sunset looks like it will be amazing, huh? It's looked since about 3 o'clock this afternoon like we were going to get rain. We could use some rain, and we haven't gotten any yet. Oh, why did I think it was some kind of a... Hey, Stephanie G. Why did I think it was some kind of a latte? Anyway, I've had a couple of the... Okay, so I've never had the matcha. Is that how they say it? Matcha? Matcha, matcha man. And my dear husband's calling me from the Wawa. They don't have a frozen latte. I even asked the girl. I'm like, okay, give me something that's frozen. It's got coffee in it. It'll be fine. Is matcha like a tea? I couldn't remember the name. You knew it started with an M. I don't know why I thought it was a coffee one she got, but that's all right. I haven't tried a smoothie. Oh, this one's torn too. I'm going to get some. I'm going to make some of that cool tape. Nancy Miller. Oh, hello. Are my grands there? Are my littles there listening to my voice? Hi, Jack. Hi, Charlotte. Nancy Miller is my sister. It's a T. Okay, I thought it was a T. And she's at her vacation home up in the Adirondacks. She's about an hour from Erin. And my daughter and her family are there with vacation. Hi, kids. Hi, kids. So she's got Miss Charlotte, Mr. Jack there visiting. They've had a great time. They've been out on the party boat. They've been in the lake. They went to a little beach on the lake, I think, yesterday, and I don't think it was too great. Was it raining there today, Nance? Ron said he thought you guys were supposed to have a rainy day. A rainy day on the lake. Charlotte is 7, Jack is 4, and they're the most wonderful grandchildren ever. Thanks, Judy. That's very sweet. So, raining most of the day. So maybe they played some Skippo or some Uno, or maybe they did some drawing. So, as some of you may or may not remember, a little while ago I was having some dental work done. And I had a bridge put in. Hey, Artie Dar. Oh, you're welcome, Artie Dar. I was sitting here a little lonely. And after I had the bridge put in, and then I had my, let's think it's Janice Blinds keeps telling me what it's called. They're not implants. I had crowns. I think crowns put in for the rest of the top of my teeth, right? And that all went pretty well, but then I had some pain where the bridge was. Turned out I needed a root canal. So I did the root canal up under behind the bridge. It was a little dicey, but we got it done. Hey, Dana, how are you? You're in Crystal River for scalloping, and you got rained out today. Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that, Dana. And so I was on antibiotics, and it all cleared up. Everything seemed to be fine. But recently, it's just been a little. It just how if any of you have had root canal, it's like your tooth is. I mean, it's dead, right? So you really don't have a whole lot of feeling or anything, right? You shouldn't know that it's in your mouth. So the one spot where he had to do the root canal just hasn't felt right. It just sore. It wasn't painful. No swelling. No horrible dental pain, like normal. And then it felt like it was loose. So I was just kind of waiting to see if anything would resolve itself, really. I hate to go to the dentist, all right? So I really put it off as long as I possibly can. And last night I was eating a little slice of zucchini bread and my bridge fell off. So if I sound like a snagglepuss tiger, it's because I have half of my teeth are missing. So if I sound funny, sorry about that. Sorry about that, kids. Okay, too bad. It's sad, Dana. They are pricey here at the shore, Cape May. On the way to Cape May. And the other day I popped in, Xena was on. Not Xena. Sorry, got my Z's mixed up. The other Z. Xandra was on. And I was starstruck because Jane Davenport popped in. Okay, can you stand it? I was able to say hello, but today I'm thinking, my gosh, why didn't I tell her, at least tell her that I like her brushes? Goodness me. Jane Davenport was in Xandra's stream. See, now this one I put the Timmy tape on, and that's okay. But I want to make some of that other tape. Your eyes are wacky. You used to live in Bayville and the Forked River. Xena, I think you're maybe, well, Xandra knows her. She went to some kind of, several years ago, some kind of conference or something, and, got to know Jane. And I think they're friends now. Xena, I have a feeling you're a little older than you might look, my dear. Just saying. All right, so I don't know what I feel like doing tonight or what I'm going to do. So I'm open for suggestions. But I thought I would start with this. At least get this to a point where you never lived in New Jersey. Yeah, I wish I could say I never lived in New Jersey. Sorry, New Jersey, but I'm a Pensy girl. I wish I was back in Pennsylvania. All right, so this is some of my painty fabric, and I think I want to do this. But I want to give it a little stability. So I think I'm going to glue a piece of paper. Really, Z? Oh my gosh, yeah, I would be excited about that too. Oh my stars. I mean, I just thought, what if Jane Davenport's in there and she saw the different girls that were in there? And what if she decided to see if any of us had channels and she just, you know, decided to leave a comment on a couple of our channels? Oh my gosh, you'd hear me screaming no matter where you live. All right, so I'm just going to cut this. So anybody have any ideas of what I might do this evening, or just want to hang out, or you don't really care? I mean, I got tons of stuff sitting around here. Thank you, Marty. I really have felt like getting out my jelly plate and making a mess, but I have such a mess in my room. I just can't bear to make another huge mess. All right, so this is the inside. It has a specific name. You know how when you have a book, you open the book and then there's the cover, of course, and then there's that extra sheet of paper before, like, the introductory starts, or it might be, oh, what do they call it? Dedication to the book. There's usually there's that inside paper. Fly page? I don't know if it's called that, Kathy. It might be. I don't know. See, Mitz, I just have a mess in my room everywhere. I'm gonna trim this off. I don't want it to come past my fabric. And then down here. So what is the Miller gang up to tonight? Are you playing games? Are you gonna watch a movie, or what's that gang up to? Cover page? I don't think it's called that either. Boy, wouldn't it be great if we were friends with Nick, the booksmith? She would know. I mean, it could be the cover page. That's not the word I had in my mind. But, you know, my mind's bizarre at times. If I had a book here that I haven't ripped apart, I could show you. But I think everything's pretty much ripped apart. For sure. For sure. Yeah, that's true, Pam. Crafters are expected to have messes. But this extends all the way into my kitchen and then my counter. And you can attest. Oh, look. I marked the one end and I ripped it off. You can ask my granddaughter, Charlotte. She'll tell you I had a mess before I started straightening up out here. She's told me on more than one occasion I need to clean up out here. The cover page is the page with the title and the author. Yeah, this is that extra page. Where the heck do I have a book that's not ripped apart? I'm going to find a book. I keep marking this and then losing where it is. So, I mean, I have my Intense watercolor blocks that I got that I haven't even messed with yet. I don't know. I am a mess. I'm a total mess. And the other things too, you know how like in the kitchen you have all your plastic containers, and then you never have the right lids. Well, I've got all these plastic tubs, and I thought, well, if I put my art stuff in these tubs and then put everything down flat instead of standing up, I can stack more stuff and make better use of my space, correct? I can't find the stinking lids. I can't find the lids. So my husband got me some more lids that were out in the garage, but they don't match anything I have either. It's crazy town. It's crazy town here. I'm telling you. All right, let's see. I just had this Yes paste open. There we go. I keep this little baby wipe thing in there, but I don't know if that does any good or helps to keep it moist or what. So I'm just using, this was gifted to me from my neighbor. It's a Bob Ross palette knife. How cool is that? Let me just glue this down. So I'm just taking my Yes paste and I'm just going to make a fine little film on this paper. Because I want the look of the painting paper I made, right? But I want it to have a little more body to it. I don't want it to be all flimsy because it's just a little, yeah, and then look, it's got his face on it. There he is. The Bobster. The Bobster. Once you get working this Yes paste, it really gets nice and smooth. And I think this, because I'm doing a thin layer, it's going to dry out too. So I'm going to flip it over in a second as soon as I get a little more on there. Fancy schmancy. Okay. I put a lot of stuff in a box for Goodwill. I've put a lot of stuff in the trash. And then my husband keeps saying, are you sure this is for trash? Or I'm like, I can't look at it again. Once it goes in the bin, it has to stay in the bin. Because if I look at it again, I'm going to take it out. I mean, some of these things I have good intentions for. Like, everybody gives me their trash, okay? And I invite that. I take it. And I've told several people I know, don't throw anything away unless you check with me first, because it could be something that I could use or that I've been wanting, to have. And so I get a lot of trash from folks. Well, then I feel guilty and I don't want to throw it out. I mean, the one lady, I barely know her. We were playing, my husband's friends with this girl, Joanne. They played cards, pinochle together at Card Club. And it was Joanne's friends, and sometimes we'd have them over for dinner. And Joanne would invite us over, and we'd have dinner, and then we'd play pinochle. So this lady, I think her name's Donna. Oh, good for you, Stephanie. And, oh my goodness. She's like, I've got all these frames, and I'm just going to, do you want them? I'm like, of course, sure. I've had them since I've had them at least 5 or 6 years. Haven't used one. I got to let it go. I have got to let it go. So today, one of the things he looked at, how when you buy, I don't know so much these days, but years ago, you'd get the decks of cards and they would come in those plastic cases. Well, I was saving some of them for projects too. And I decided I have so many of them. I kept a couple, but I have to let some of it go. So I put them in the Goodwill box because I put in the Goodwill box things that I would like to find at Goodwill. And he says to me, you don't want them. Who wants them? I'm like, I want them. I don't even want to put them in the box or the trash. He doesn't understand. All right, so now I've got a couple of pages here that I want to repair. So I'm just going to do that quickly. See, because God forbid I throw these out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to throw them out. So if I put them together like this, I'm going to make some of that tape that looks like, are my grandchildren still listening? I want to make some of that tape that looks like someone's tinkled on it. Tinkle tape. I want to make some tinkle tape. All right, so for that I need my clear cellophane, which I know I just put some up here. Here's some. Thank you very much. And I need a piece of, ideally a piece of acetate would be nice. But you know what, I think I can use, I'm going to use the top of this plastic bin. Because it's handy and it's right here. And then I've got to get my alcohol ink. I'm sure most of you know how to do this. So Mitzi, what are you working on? Did I miss it? Did you tell me and I missed it? And who else is working? Is anybody working on stuff? Zena, what are you working on? She's always working on stuff. All right, I don't know how much I need of this. I should have a sheet of this somewhere, but I don't think I do. And then I found a little tiny tub of kneadable erasers. Pam, you're sewing? Cool. Kathy's slow stitching. I'm sorry, my little lispy for my missing teeth. She's slow stitching. That's cool. Jen's working on a journal. All right, let me see. Right here somewhere. Marty just made some fine. Artie Dar's playing. Marty says she just made some fine red lines on the eyes in my reverse coloring book. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, good girl, Mitz. She's packing a box. All right, here's my alcohol ink. This color is the latte. Still got half. Still got half. Three shirts simplicity. Oh, you're making shirts? Oh, rosemary kits are to die for. You know that that's true. I've purchased 2 rosemary kits. I try to control myself, and the thing of it is I haven't done it. Nope, I'm lying. I purchased 3, and I haven't done anything with any of them yet. The thing of it is if you don't get them, then they're gone, you know. So if you have hopes of using them or doing anything with them, or you want one, you have to get right on it because they're very popular. Popular. I just did my first page in reverse coloring. I don't know what that is, girls. Tell me what that is. I love to color. What is reverse coloring? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, I'm going to hit this with 9. Dixie stitching and making a chocolate cake. Well, thanks for sharing the chocolate cake, Dixie Doodles. Now we all want chocolate cake. Ay, 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 ay. Right, you like what she likes for sure. We'll talk about Rosemary. Marty put in a link to one of those books. To one of Rosemary's kits, you mean? Oh, the reverse coloring. Oh, it's an actual book. That's all right, Dixie. I forgive you. What kind of icing? Are you putting icing on the chocolate cake? This will make or break it for me. Okay, so reverse coloring is a specific book. All right, got my phone here. Wait a minute. I'm on it. I'm on it. Reverse coloring book. I'll go to Amazon. Color Me Murder. Oh, that looks cool. Tell me about Rosemary Kits, please. Oh, Kathy. I could probably put my hand on one. Hold on one second. Let me see if they show pictures. Reverse coloring ideas. Oh, it looks like watercolor. They look very interesting. All right, let me let this dry a little bit. Okay, let me get my knife out of my yes piece. The first Rosemary kit I bought was called, I believe, the Renaissance one. And then I purchased, did I purchase 2 or 3? Then I purchased, oh my goodness, I think I purchased 3, but right now I'm only remembering 2. I purchased the B one, that was fairly recent. Mitzi, on my 8th page is pink waves. I saw eyes in them and turned sideways. Marty says, Lori, the colors are in the book and you draw what you envision. Oh. And then Judy just very nicely, oh, wait a minute, we got a big glare there. Sorry, guys. That she has turtle brownie ice cream in the freezer. Excuse me just one moment. Well. Oh, and Dixie shares that it's homemade chocolate to boot. Dixie, the wonderful thing is that I can type with my mouth full and still say, yes, it's yummy. I'm holding my tongue just in case my grandchildren are still listening. Okay, girls? I think I have my Renaissance, or at least some of, you know what, they might both be here. Let's see. I kind of have a Rosemary bag, if you will, that says, life is too short to knit with ugly yarn. And to that I say amen and amen. I think this is one. Now, who knows? There might be other stuff in here that I've added. Nope, that came from Rosemary. This is all, I think, Rosemary's. All right, let me sit that up here. Now, this one's from a couple years ago, guys. And I started to work on it. No bridge required. Okay, I'm really starting to get a fond dislike for some of you. Okay, I'm just saying. A fond. Can you hear that word? Fond dislike. Can you hear that little f with my missing teeth? Sorry, love. chocolate cake mix cookies last night. My children's kindergarten teacher made what she called, Nancy, are you still there? Is Colleen there? Colossal cookies. And it was just a cake mix, and I think very little bit of water, and you put like a scoop of it on your cookie sheet, and then you added some like kisses, like they're not kisses, the little one, chocolate chips on the top, and you just bake them. And my kids love them. A is the flap over, B is the spines. All right, so this is part of the instructions, I think, from Rosemary. Don't even tell me. Did somebody just send me a picture of what they're eating? You know what, Stephanie? Oh, the book. I thought it was chocolate cake. Okay. Thank you, Stephanie. I thought you were sending me a picture of cake. All right. So this was my Renaissance kit from Rosemary. I don't know if that was part of it or if I covered that myself. But see, this has, oh, these are pockets. And got all the paper. And I don't know if she provided the cardboard, or if you could certainly add paper. See, I would have to go back and read and listen to her videos. So see, I've got other cardboards in here. I know I had this paper that I thought went with. Let's see what else she supplied. This yummy fabric. You know, all these printouts. Sending a picture of cake. No, don't. See all this stuff. All this cool paper. Let's see here. There's my order. Let's see. Does it have a date on it? 2020. Look, this neat piece of paper. That. Lots of cardboard. Cool napkins. Envelopes. Yeah, the pockets went together really cute. They're really cute. All this cool stuff. See, when I have some downtime, I can get back to this. Look at all this cool stuff. Renaissance. Cream cheese frosting is what I put on the cookies. That's helpful. Thank you so much, Kathy. She added warm caramel and some kind of, I don't know. Thank God it went off the screen. I want to know what icing's going on the chocolate cake. That's what I want to know. Look, and this is a nice big heavy piece of white, heavier than cardstock. It's got like a linen finish. And see, these are pieces of the pattern of however I'm supposed to put it together. And then also included in this one was, what I should have done was maybe printed off a copy of what, I don't know if this is the front or if this was the inside cover. I think this might have been what I chose to put on my front. Kathy, her Etsy shop is called The Rusty Peacock. And if she has any, that's where they will be. Of course, she comes on live. I don't know if they're digitals or if she prints. I think she gets a lot of her images from libraries and whatnot, if I'm not mistaken. But she's on live. What is it, girls? Wednesday and Thursday or Tuesday and Wednesday evenings. So I've got these little strips of like silk sari that the colors go with. Look how she's got that tucked right between the legs of that little clothespin. And then this little doohickey, which I guess, yeah, that unscrews somehow. So, you know, obviously it latches something together. Are you kidding me, Judy? Judy, you're the one with the ice cream. Were you making the cake? You're not making the cake, are you? There was somebody. Oh, this is so soft. Look at this trim. That was part of the kit. This kit, Renaissance. This one was called Renaissance. This is long gone. I bought this in 2020. Long gone. Look at this. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to lose my little anchor thing here. I know Keisha hates the noise of these bags. Okay, cream cheese frosting would be good on a cracker. Okay, Stephanie? Just saying. Just saying. Look at this fabric. This is like upholstery fabric. This is delicious. So this was the Renaissance. I should put this all back in here so it stays nice. Now, okay, so I did very little on this since 2020. Okay, I'm a busy girl, all right? And a lot of... That's all right, Zena. It's okay to be popular. We're okay with that. We like hanging out with popular people. So the thing of it is that I've got plenty to do. I don't need another journal kit. I don't need anything else to do. I've got plenty to keep me busy, but I had to have that Renaissance one, and I think mostly because of that fabric. And I know I liked the way it looked when she put it together. Of course, I don't remember anymore. And Rosemary, if you've ever watched her, I'm sorry to say, is a genius. She comes up with these tremendous ideas for these kits. She's got great themes. Look, I haven't even opened this one. And this one was so different that I had to get it. Even if I don't do it for another 10 years, I had to get it because it was so clever and so different. Okay, so let me just open it up. We'll open it together. I mean, I've had this for months and months and months. But I figured if I didn't open it, I wouldn't lose anything, you know? Because I know I'm not ready to... I wasn't ready to work on it. I'm not ready to work on it. Because, see, I'm a little... Oh, no, Judy. Oh, Judy, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, you're a blessing to your sister. That's so nice. Oh. So, I didn't open this one yet. And the stuff I keep myself busy with, you know, it's self-imposed. And I understand that, but I still am busy with it. So I don't know exactly what she called this one, but I know it's bee-oriented. Well, I am trying not to pull the trigger on some of Rosemary's, you know, Rosemary, it inspires you to do stuff. So I've been That's really why I started like trying to do the eco prints and the paper boils and stuff. Gestures at the 103 paper kits. Who has 103 paper kits on our shelves? I want to visit. Hi, Vanessa. All right, so there's my invoice. I should probably pull that out and put it with my records. Now, some of you may or may not know, I do have an Etsy shop. I have had it closed since my trip to Europe because I don't have anything to put in there yet. But, you know, it's on the list of things to do. And my little business name is Time, like the spice, to be creative. And for the B, I just usually put a little bumblebee over top of that. So I like this. I like stuff with little bees. So this, she gives you all this really cool cardboardy type paper, which is not real heavy, but not real light. This is a tissue paper. Poppies. I love poppies. Look. Look. Isn't it delicious? Delicious. Delicious stuff. Ah. And the way she built this one, it's like the pages look like I think like honeycombs. You know, they were like shadow boxes or something. Oh, look at these. Like little labels, little tags. Oh, beekeeper. Okay, Marnie. Oh, look. The American beekeeper. See, she just has everything. Look at her with 2 bumblebees on her head, on her freaking head. I don't mean to be. Sorry, Kathy. I prefaced it by saying she probably doesn't have any left. Here's more. Yeah, see, I already have this napkin, but I think, yeah, I have a smaller version. These napkins are fabulous. You forgive me? What, the beekeeper? Yeah, she's cute. Look, see, and then you got all this cool stuff. And of course, once you get going and making it, you can do whatever you want with it, right? But Rosemary tells you, and then she makes it, you know, during her lives, and shows you how to do what. But see, I'm very dyslexic. I have to watch, like, I'll have to watch the videos over and over again. Look, here we go. Look, for real, okay? The honey thing. To scoop out the honey. No, look. A little beehive on fabric that's like coffee stained. And a bee charm. Look at that hunk and chunk of bee charm. And some nice little ribbon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is all wrapped. What's in here? No, get out of town. Girls, it's lights. It's a little light thing so that when you build your book, you can put these little lights all around and it lights up. Well, you've got shipping, you know, so that it adds into the cost. I mean, what's expensive? It's all relative. I'm not comfortable with saying what it is. You can private message me and I will share. Janice, there she is. You gotta have the twinkle lights. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry for this noise. So that's the bee. I don't even know what she called it, whether she called it the beekeeper or beehive or bee something. And the thing about Rosemary, it's like she does one of these every freaking month. I don't know how she does it. Hey, Angie. You made one? Which one did you make, Artie Dar? So there you have it. That's my Rosemary, my second kit. Now I have bought some other stuff from Rosemary. I think like some fabric and stuff. She's got all that cool, like upholstery type fabric. So if you send her a message and say, at least this is how it used to be. You send her a message. I don't know yet, Ange. I haven't really started on anything yet. I was lonely. Like I messaged her, sent her a message. Oh, the forest floor. You did say that already, Dar. I'm very sorry. My brain is. And I messaged her and we went back and forth and she asked me what colors I was interested in. And then she did me a bundle of the colors that I was interested in. And, you know, it was very, very nice. Very nice stuff. She's a top drawer gal. Now, let's see. I don't know if that's going to stick down without extra glue, which I didn't put on. Now, how cool is that, guys, right? I mean, doesn't that look cool? Who wouldn't want that in a journal? I'm sorry. Okay, my sisters aren't into journals. And I'm not into journaling either. It's just art stuff. I did notice in the bag where I have my Rosemary stuff, okay, let's see. Zena, is Steve there? If so, are you doing what I said? Ange, now behave yourself, okay? I don't have a timeout circle here. So you're going to have to be on your best behavior. All right. So that should be cute enough, right? I didn't put the stupid page in. Artie Dar's Rootin' Tootin' Cowgirls Journal was awesome sauce. Oh, did you get that one, Janice? Okay, sit in a chair, Ange. Don't hop on the sewing machine. It could be dangerous to your health. All right, so nobody's made any suggestions as what we may or may not do. Xander is going to some kind of you're only mean at Zena's and Keisha's. Okay, Ange. All right, so this is splitting a little bit. So I'm just going to let it do its thing and use its skinny. Okay, I'm going to leave the rest. Oh, look, see, I've got this little strip of paper. I don't want to lose that. Because that might have something I need. I bought some interesting stuff in that bag with the... Oh, my goodness. It's so warm here. We have the air conditioner on, but my husband's always cold and I'm always hot, so it's really never quite cool enough for me. right, so I'm going to put this in here. What's a caboodle? Well, that's what she calls, Rosemary calls her kits caboodles. They're just lovely. Lovely. All right, so this is something else I can stitch. Now, the other day, I was putting together some pages for journals. This one has to be fixed. So what I did was I took fabric and then I put paper on the inside, some kind of paper on the inside, so my fabric isn't real flimsy. Yeah, I've got a ceiling fan, and then I've got the fan blowing in the door. But see, this one I came up a little short, and I don't really want to trim all my pages that much, I don't think, at this point. So I'm going to make an extension here, and then I'm going to probably put some kind of lace on that one. I think I might be short something. Oh, here's this one. All right, so this one goes in here. The wallpaper on the inside of this one. Now these all have to be stitched yet. I stitched around them, but I mean, you know, the signature has to be put in. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I do to myself. I can't make just one. I made one, and then I have to make all these other ones. So then I've got this one. These will probably go to the market. I've got little bags of ephemera that I want to include. But I'm trying not to go too overboard. So then I've got this guy. These all have to be stitched. And this one, that one, and that one. See, and this is all while I'm in the middle of kaboom. There's no kaboom. It's a caboodle. Welcome, welcome to everyone who's come in. All right, so now I've got my little one there. And then this is the one I was working on the other night. Here. Right? So see, I'm busy. I'm busy, girls. I'm very busy. I've got another one over there. I've got a couple over there. Caboodle. I think she needs another matcha smoothie. All right, so let me see. I saw some stuff in this bag that doesn't have to do with the caboodles, because this is just a little storage bag where I was stuffing stuff. Kit and caboodle, right. Sorry, ladies, she has to get going. Aw. Yeah, that's sitting down crap. Hey, Carla, nice to see you. That's sitting down. See, that's what my husband doesn't understand. He's like, why are you always doing something? I'm like, because if I sit still, I will be sleeping. So let me see. Yeah, see, I have some art by Marlene in here, I think. That's cool. So that's my caboodle stuff. What is this stuff? I think that's something I probably bought at the market. All right, that ought to be enough to get us going on something. Get us going on something. Julie Parker, how are you, my dear girl? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing all right. You going out today? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, she's opposite us. Julie's in Australia. All right, so I don't know what's in here, but boy, it looks like there's some good stuff in there. This is some stuff I was messing around with and forgot I had these started. See, this is what I'm talking about. These are some of those little, you're doing well? Okay, great. That's good, Judy. I mean, Julie. Got my Judies and my Julies. Hide all the peeps coming in. Look, look, girls. There's some tinkle tape, see? I knew I had some. Just had no idea where it was. These are little journals like that Susie Shabby Soul makes with the sewing tissue, which are just absolutely adorbs. See, there's one of my chickens. He drew me a chicken. I have to do him in a journal. Where are you, Carla? It's 100. It's so hot here, and it's been cold for Julie. All right, so I don't know if I can get in the groove here, but I have my this little journal that we put together the other night. Minnesota, and it's hot, huh? Is that unusual? I mean, I know it's summer, but I know you have a lot of cold weather, so I was thinking maybe, yes, Julia's definitely down under. I was thinking maybe your summers weren't as hot as they like here on the East Coast. Huh. So maybe we'll just do a little. Now I do have a, somewhere I have a, but it doesn't matter. I have a little journal with Art by Marlene stuff in I started. But I'm going to have some little stuff because it's a little book. And I've got all this stuff punched out. And there's not much in here. Got little circles and whatnot. Let's see if I can find something. We have about 2 weeks of hot weather and 75 weeks of snow. God bless you. It's like Barbara Chicken Pot Pie. A lot of times it sounds like, oh, see, I keep hitting my camera. I've got to look in here. Oh, this is a paper bag journal. Oh no, I'm not going to take it apart because I want to put that all together. Okay, so let's do a little something here. Yeah, Barbara Chicken Pot Pie is always, there she is. Hi, Barbara. She's got lots of cold weather. Oh, it's so nice that everyone is here. I was getting so lonely. All right, let's see what's going to fit in this little. I need something inside my cover there, but let's go. Well, let me see what I want to work with first, and then we'll pick a page. Riri, is Riri here? Hey, Riri. Nice to see you, my dear. Oh, look at him. He's awfully cute. She could stick out of a page. Could she not? You know, it's just amazing to me. Some people and their brains and their creativity. Yes, you are exactly right, Ange. No crying. This guy's a little weird. This guy's just a little weird looking. Look at her. Sink or swim. Wow. I don't know whether it's my mood or it's just my taste. I'm not crazy about the white around the edges. I have one little book that I really like, and I went through and pasted and glued a lot of stuff in, and stamped and inked, and different things like that. And then, oh, thank you, Pam. Um, and then when I was ready, I went back and added stuff to it. So I'm thinking maybe I should do that in this little book. Look at those crazy colors. Isn't that cool? I kind of like that. Now that one I don't mind so much. Now I do have a glue stick here. Let's see if I can. Maybe I'll just start pasting some of this. I'm gluing some of this down. These cutouts, Julie, no, these are art by Marlene. It's called Studio Light. Art by Marlene. I know the paint tube's cute, right? And she's got all different kinds. Of course, Dee Dee had, this is a retro one, not retro. That's not the word I'm thinking of. Like a 50s kind of. I apologize again, too, because I'm not pronouncing things totally correctly because I've lost my bridge. Well, I didn't lose it. I know where it is, but it's not in my mouth anymore. And so, therefore, I'm saying I've lost it. Let me glue on this. This is, I know everything's white. I think it was it was called Golden Oldies, and the girls in that one were so stinking cute, but I think that was sold out in a lot of places. And I think the book that Dee Dee put together for Barb Owen when her husband passed, and people sent in stuff, she used a lot of the art by Marlene things in the book. Helen Cole has that pass along journal type of book, and Dee Dee filled it out and collected stuff. Barb, I'm frustrating cutting. And those cute little images that Dee Dee used in that book were art by Marlene. I'm sure she used other stuff too, I would think, but all the cute little faces and all that were sticking out of the top and off to the side. See, that glue stick just does not work for me. It's already coming up. True artist. Lori's bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. Thank you, Barb. Lori's bridge is falling down, my fair ladies. I look like a snagglepuss tiger. So I've got to go. I've got to be in at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning to the dentist. I have a feeling he's going to have to do more to this root canal. You want Mitzi's little beans? I kept falling asleep during the last market. I was tired. I've been working in my room. I was so tired. Yeah, I think that's where I am, Julie. I'm overwhelmed with my room. overwhelmed, I say. Oh, wait, there's a little bit in the middle there. Yeah, you probably make a very good point, Janice. That's the last thing I remember Holly saying. She was tired. All right, now I've got glue jumping out there. It's going to glue my pages together. Okay. That could be the start of something big. Look at this little Meeser. How cute is he? Still not thrilled about this glue. I wonder if any glue came out. I'm going to use this wet glue. That's nice. It's nice to find a doctor that cares. My husband just discovered that our doctor's office, and our doctor is, there's nothing wrong with our doctor. I mean, he's fine. He's just a regular, he's a primary. But you have a better shot at getting an audience with the Pope than you do with this guy. I'm just saying. You were just thinking of Holly? Oh, she must be. Yeah, she was a really nice gal. And then we just so you can't get in to see our guy, okay? So you schedule like every 6 months and you get your appointment. But if you have a need in between then or before then, it's like you can't get in. You've got to see someone else. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, I guess, Julie. Yeah. You still got to be resting up for that. It takes a while to get over that. Um, anyway, what we've realized is that if you see someone else in this doctor's practice, he works with him. He's on their team. Okay. Um, they charge you a $30 copay when we don't have a copay. Depends on how they bill it or how they submit it. It's craziness. So now we're fighting that. So you already don't feel good, and then you got to go put up with all that nonsense. I don't know, girls. Do you ever look at some stuff that you do, maybe down the road or whatever, and say to yourself, hey, this turned out really cute? Oh, yeah, and then they retire. That stinks, too. Well, we moved to Jersey, I guess it's 9 years ago. So we had to get all new people. That was hard enough. I don't want to cut off this little guy's ears. And then our dentist retired. And that's the first time in my life I ever went to a dentist that I really liked. And now we're at this new place. And he's okay. Wow, after 6 months, you stopped getting. Oh my goodness, now there's 3 doctors. Yeah. Well, I remember when I first started to complain about some of my issues. Oh, his ear was bent, and there it is. It just come off. Let me see if I can. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose it. I can glue it in the right spot. And there was a gal that was learning to be a doctor. She was there for her internship or whatever they call it. She was fabulous, and she helped me so much. She got me on my Cymbalta, which helps me with my fibromyalgia and all that jazz. So I said to her, when you're finished school, where are you going to open your practice? Because I'm going to switch. I'm going to come to you. And she's like, you really can't do that. And I said, why can't I? I mean, I can do it. She's like, I'm going to be in North Carolina. Oh, jeez. He can't hear me. He has one. He has one eared. He can hear me with the one eared. Oh, that's a nice option to have, to go to the dental school if you don't have any, dental fears. Off so many dental fears. Hey, Tina. How are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Better the dentist than the OBGYN. Anyway, you have fibromyalgia too. Yeah. Not fun. Or I'm going to pop his little ear in there. I think I might need a pair of tweezers to do my earectomy. No, I'm not doing an earectomy. I already did that. Now I'm doing the reattaching of the ear. Oh my gosh, it's so little and it's sticking to my... Oh heavens. It's got some white around it. I can't find my little scissors. They've gone missing. They must be with my pokey tool having a party. So how cute are Dee Dee and her daughter when they stream together? Are they cute or what? Oh, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. All right, so let's see here. I'll get that capped back up. What else is looking appealing to me? I'm not sure about some of these crazy. Now, is that too much yeller? Let's see. Maybe I can find a... Let's see. I don't want the whole book to be about this, though, because I already got another page that's not about this. That kind of looks cool. Okay, Tina. Give Mama a little smooch on a little noodle for us. Okay. Take care, Tina. I don't know. It looks like some kind of undersea thing. Some kind of, not coral, but some kind of undersea vegetation, I think. Remember years ago, we have friends at church, and they moved to North Jersey. This is when we were in Pennsylvania. Our kids were young. They weren't small, but they were young. Tube worms, is that what they're called, Janice? And she had something her husband liked. I think it was a saltwater tank. And they had it in their family room, I think. Gosh, this is going back a lot of years, guys. And they had to feed it, whatever it was. It was white and it looked kind of like this. And these things all were real wibbly and real flowy in the water. And I don't even know what she gave me to feed it, but I put my hand down and it, sucked it off of my fingers. That's what this reminds me of. I'm sorry I made that gross noise. So sorry. They pop up and filter the water with feathery fronds. Even if I knew that, Janice, I would probably never remember that. You're amazing. You're an amazing woman. I'm going to put it on this page. I think I feel like drawing some eyes, but I don't know if I know where my eye book is. Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. Marty says, okay. Tube worms. Yum. Wine time. Let's see if there's any. Cool. Oh, that's a cool pen. Cheap darling. By George, I think I've got a mess here. I've got the sink or swim. There got to be some cool words. Smile and wave. That kind of would be funny. Smile and wave. Because they wave. Oh, yeah? I know, Ange. Ange, you're a little cutie pie. I was teasing with you. Yeah, I think it's a sea unihorse. It's got a little horn. See, this is, I guess, what when Dee Dee talks about mind mapping and all that stuff and different ideas and just writing everything down. See, I don't have ideas like this. I don't think like this. This would be a chore for me to think like this, to come up with, a line of things that, look so clever and so funky and so cute. Now, I've been watching a PBS series called Grantchester. I started at the beginning. And when that first comes on, it's like pages of a book that flip, and then you see people dressed in black and red and white. And the one lady, she's got like bat wings coming out of her head. And I'm just like, that's so cute. I mean, I would like to draw that, but I would never come up with that idea. I think to myself, what can I draw and what can I have coming out of the top of their heads? And I got nothing. Okay. I mean, if I just looked at a Juliet Crane coloring book, I got something. But I got nothing on my own. Just saying. Angie, stop. You don't have anything to think with. But of course you do. All right. I want something to stick out the top. I like the idea of this little gal sticking out the top. Should I have her whole head stick out? She's going to get bent. We all have, Julie says, we all have our own unique area of brilliance, and no one can tell me they haven't. Well, I'll agree with you on that, but I don't know if I know what mine is. Barb did my mapping with my Kinder ankle biters. I'm not sure I understand that. See, I don't even know who Edward Gorey is, but they are cool drawings in the beginning. Yeah, she does. She looks like Princess Leia from Star Wars. Star Warts. There you go. There's an idea, Lori. I could write that down. Star Warts. Dun, 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 or like to draw something. You know, some of the girls will say, just draw whatever's in front of you. Yeah, well, I don't want to draw my feet, you know, or my drink container from Wawa. Kindergarten children. Ah. Kinder kids. Yeah, that might be fun. I could try that with the littles. I don't want to cut off her ruby slippers. There for a while, my grandson, I guess he was like, maybe it just turned 3, I'm guessing. And he would say to our daughter, one time I was in a forest and I saw a reindeer and they didn't eat me or hurt me. You know, he would just come up, one time I was, and he would tell these stories. The pediatrician was amazed at that age that he would be telling stories like that. But, like, where does he get this stuff? And there for a while, my granddaughter thought she was the mom, or she would say things to my daughter like her other mom. Well, my other mom said I could do that. And my daughter's like, what do you mean your other mom? You don't have another mom. Oh, yes, I do. She had. I apologize for the snort. You know, a pretend mom, an extra mom. Oh, mind mapping. They've got this whole idea of Society of Idea Collectors, I think they call them. It goes by the initials. Let's see, now I'm having a hard time cutting this part of her leg up. I need smaller scissors. And so what they do, Marty dear, is they're trying to get ideas and get their brain to think outside of the box. And so say you would start with something simple like, now this really isn't a big enough piece of paper. So you usually want to get like a composition book. But this is what I have here handy. So normally Dee will make a circle. See, she might make a circle like this, and then she might put in here the color blue. And then she would say, okay, what could be the color blue? Well, you could have a flower. You could have the ocean. And see, I'm terrible at this. You could have a blue box. And And you can have blue hair. Blue hair. And then from these other words, you do other things, right? Do I have it right? They do already, Darrell. That's good. See, if I do anything like that, I would be asleep. Same like with yoga or any of that jazz. That's nap time for me. See, and then for flower, like, okay, so off of the ocean, you might then go, yeah, you could say ornaments. I'll say orny down there. And then from that, from ornaments, you could say, well, they could be a star shape, right? Or they could be round, you know. And then she's got, like, she would have a page for each color. And then she might do a different kind of mind mapping. And then she might say, okay, today I'm going to draw something and I'm going to pick something from the blue page and the, you know, and things like that. Yes, definitely. We could say what Artie Dar said, or we could just, you know, simply say circle. How about that? Yes, she does do that too, Mitzi. And she'll say who, what, where, when. I just, you know what? I don't do it. So I'm not an expert, but it's something like that where you've got your mind and you're mapping out things in your brain. They do lists too. I love when Mary does the lists. I truly love it. And I love this little girl's legs. They're nice and skinny and long. And I'm going to stick her little head right at the top. Ooh, there she be. There she be. All right, I feel like drawing some eyes. I guess I could draw eyes in here. You wouldn't really see them. These pages are really quite full. I love this chick because she's got knitting stuff. Let's get her in there. What in the world did I do with my little bitty scissors? Little bitty scissors. Princess Leia. Princess Leia. It's not really complicated, Marty. If you have time and you want to go back and you go to Dee Dee's channel and you put in Society of Idea Collectors, you know, some of her videos will pop up. She explains it a lot better than me. Of course, if I did it, I probably would explain it better. Like some stuff I explain pretty good. But that stuff I don't explain too good. All right, I don't want to lose her needles. Yes, Star Wars theme. I told you about my son and the Star Wars, right, when we were in England? Not this last trip, but when my bonus son was getting married. And see, there's Leicestershire and Leicestershire and, oh, I don't know how to post. I don't know how to post. Hold on. I got crap all over my... Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to tell you about Xandra. Let me clear my keyboard. There's a Leicestershire and a Leicester. And my son, when we were getting ready to go on our trip, when my bonus son was getting married, this is back in, what, 2015? Okay, so wait a minute. So where's my mouse? So I've got to go out to YouTube. Hold on. I will do it. Hold on. I'm going to figure this out right here, right now. I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to go up into the search engine. Well, Dee Dee was just on earlier, so maybe I can grab it right here. Dee Dee Willingham. There her is. And I'm going to copy. And I'm going to paste. There you go. And he was it was when the Star Wars thing was premiering in that town, and Brian, my son, said, "Oh my gosh, we're going to be there. I'm going to get tickets. I'm going to go." Da, 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 da. And my mother, who at the time was much younger than she is now, she's like, "I'll go with you." So they had tickets bought. And as it turned out, my mom was not feeling well. She couldn't go. I didn't want to go. You're welcome. And all that jazz. Anyway, so he ends up going into London by himself and happens upon the red carpet, something or other. And he stood in line for hours. He got a lightsaber. And I had my mom out. Of course, she was in a wheelchair. We were shopping in a mall, and everybody else on the trip, they went into London. Everybody did different things. Mom and I went to a local, we were staying at a not a bed and breakfast. It was like not, and it wasn't a timeshare either. It was like, somebody rents out their property. What do they call that? Anyway, we're staying in Warwick. Oh, look, I didn't put her in the book. I cut her out. I didn't put her in the book, and I didn't finish cutting her out. Oh my gosh, I'm so ADD. Anyway, Brian kept calling and saying, "This is happening now." My mother's like, "Oh, I wish I was there." My mom was like 86. Anyway, long story short, he comes home with 2 lightsabers here after it was all said and done. I mean, he's got a picture where he was doing a selfie. Yeah, it was like an Airbnb. Yeah, like a rental. Yeah, you girls got it. Yeah. And he's got a picture where he was doing a selfie, and Harrison Ford is behind him, and all those guys in the white suits, they were marching in. I mean, he had a great time. He was there all day. Anyway, the guy in front of him that he was talking to that was there all day, he starts walking away, and he says, "The guy, you left your lightsaber." And the guy says, "I don't really want it." And he says, "You mind if I take it? My grandmother would love that." So here we are when it's time to go home, carrying got all these suitcases on these wheels. It got, an old lady there was like 9 of us. Old lady in a wheelchair carrying 2 lightsabers. I know, right? Well, my son was pretty thrilled to see them. There were a couple other people there too. He sent me the picture years ago, but I don't still have it on my phone. Of course, he still has it, and that was very exciting for him. My son was really into Star Wars, and then of course it was premiering, and everybody in our group, well, mostly everybody in our group wanted to go see it, and I'm like, "I'm not going. I'm staying home." My mother's like, "I'm paying. You're going." Oh my gosh, I slept through the whole stinking thing. Just not my thing. Okay. Just truly not my deal. All right, let me get my little scripts and scraps out of the way. And there you have it. That's one time our son was in, we usually say our son is snake bit or, lucky Eddie strikes again. The kid usually has a hard time with everything. But that was one time he was in the right place at the right time. For sure. For sure. Maybe I'll do a pair of eyes. All right. Does everybody wants to hang out for a little bit still? Let's see. How long have I been on here? Oh, not too terribly. Not too terribly. Okay, let's get this done first. Look, I didn't stitch this yet. I want to stitch this. Where shall I put my little island, my little knitter? She looks kind of cute there. Look, I didn't finish cutting out. Yeah, I don't know. You're fussy cutting too, Zena? I don't know. Oh, that's quite daunting. 10 pages of sunflowers. Yuck. Although, you know what? I probably wouldn't mind that. Because I go in and cut the petals on angles. And yeah, sunflowers might not be too bad. I guess depends. I wouldn't know a good science fiction if it bit me in the tuchus. Just saying. Although I could go for another Harry Potter. Harry Potter. I could watch them 24/7. And then, of course, I'm always thinking about my bonus son when Harry Potter comes on, or if I watch Harry Potter. Okay, so now this is going to clog. This is going to clog on me. Not cooperate. Come on, I just need a little glue. Glue down my little knitting lady. My knitting lady, my knitting lady. And her little flippy flops. There is a new Tolkien, I'm probably saying that wrong, series coming on one of the streaming services. You know what, Mitz? I was just going to ask Angie if it was still a secret or if she could tell us what she's working on. She's been a little closed mouth about. You know, I brought out my container of water, an adaptation of the Silmarillion, I think. Similar, I don't. Hi, Aunt Beck. I don't know. That woman reminds you of Gladys Kravitz? Doesn't me? It doesn't remind me of Gladys. But to each his own, I say. All right, let's see. I don't even know if I have any decent pencils out here to try to, because I like to smudge. I just did see a smudgy. Maybe I'll draw some eyes. I just feel like drawing some eyes and relaxing a little. I probably should get off. Put my heat up. Put my feet up, not the heat up. Put the feet up. I don't want to put the heat up. Aunt Becca's doing a deep clean. Tomorrow's trash day. And she just watched an episode of Hoarders. Aunt Beck, I have my whole craft room torn apart doing similar type things. And I've taken a break. Oh, that'd be fun. It'd be so fun to have a sister to do creative things with. I mean, I have sisters that we do. My one sister's starting to paint, so but she's busy over the summer. She's busy with, they've got a home up north, and it takes like 6 hours to get there. So we haven't done too much. Let me find a page that I feel like. Maybe I'll put a little paint down first. I do kind of like doing that. Here's a blank. Oh, this is going to be lousy for you guys, though. Oh, I understand that. Oh my gosh. Like we wanted to go up just to my sister's to be with our daughter and her family, but our little poocheroonie. If we could have given her to somebody to watch while we were away for a few days so she wasn't by herself, I'll have to check that out. Lizzie was drawing faces today, and like before, we'd have the walker come, but we had 3 dogs, and they kept each other company. They weren't here by themselves; they had each other, and then she would come 2 or 3 times a day, take them for walks, feed them, and all that jazz. Visit with them, watch a little TV with them. But through the night and all that, they had each other. Well, now we're just down to 1 dog, and she's not well, and I couldn't leave her. I couldn't leave her. And the only person that probably would take her and watch her for me is the one who's got the house. All right, I'm just looking for a regular pencil, like a mechanical pencil, which I should have right here. Of course, I'm not seeing one right off the bat. Right off the bitty bat. Oh, thanks, Julie. Yeah, and she takes, like, our dog walker is familiar with, like, giving an insulin shot, but she also has a dog. So, and we didn't really ask her. I guess we could have asked her if she would take Bella. And her and her dog probably would get along, but we're so yeah, it's with my puppy too. I just had one. Oh dear girls, I just don't know. Well, here's some smudgers. I mean, I could go get my pencil. I mean, I have tons of pencils. Don't get me wrong. I have tons of pencils. What's this one? This one's an 8B. This might be a little... Yeah. Yeah, well, and sometimes it's good to get out, even if it's only for an hour or so, right? Let's see if this little pencil sharpener is any good. All right, so I'm not going to look at anything. I'm just going to start drawing and see what I come up with. Sometimes I like to put down a little flash color or whatever, some kind of, this is a sunset. This is maybe a little kind of dark. It's a little too orangey. This looks like someone who's is not wearing the right kind of foundation. That's what that would look like. Let's see if I can find me a light color. I don't want them to look orange. Orange. Warm beige. This might do. Yeah, mental health break. Exactly. Exactly. And then we have to give our dog medicine. She has to get her insulin twice a day, and she has to have it after she eats something. Well, she's been finicky about eating. She's not been eating. This might be a twofer. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying, right? We've all seen those darling ladies with the orange faces. I like orange, especially at Halloween if you're a pumpkin. Do, 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 do. And it's not like our dog's not eating, okay? She's like always casing the joint to see if she could get something a little better than what she thinks is in her dish. Be gone. Okay, now I'm not sure how this is going to go. Well, don't laugh too hard, Ange. Don't want you falling off your chair. Yeah, instant suntan, right? Okay, good. So I have some erasers in here. So let's just see how this goes. It should go fine because like I have nothing I'm copying from, so it can be whatever. Right, and I just really... All right, let's bring this down a little bit. Is that too close? The part I struggle with the most is getting the eyes to be, the same. And I know our eyes aren't the same. I get all that. It's just, well, whatever. So this is just an old ledger that I picked up somewhere. And then when my husband and when he would take me to my different craft venues, and of course we would never be hardly ever would be really busy. Okay, I'm just saying. He would read and I would draw. And I'm not really looking at this head on, so this could turn out to be kind of wonky. Yeah, they're already not shaped the same. Don't you love how people in England say eraser? Did anybody ever listen to anyone who's drawing and they have an English accent? They say eraser. I love it. I love it. All right, so then we gotta have the little creasy eye thing here. Now this pencil, normally I wouldn't start with this heavy of a pencil. Number 8. It's very nice though. I would start with just a mechanical pencil. Golly sakes, I don't know what I do with my mechanical pencil. Oh, I think I just remembered where I have one sitting. Is it still there? Yeah. I like this better for some reason. All right, and then let's do some kind of an eyebrow. Eraser, yeah. I don't think they have to be. I guess your eyebrows should be pretty much the same, huh? All right. Then I'm going to do just put the circle in. Hi, Gail. It's nice to see you. Thanks for joining in. The thing about these kneadable erasers is it's really cool that you can make a little point, you know, if you want to get in and scrub something out. If you can figure out how to make it a little point. And you can make these yourself. Oh, that's okay. I probably should have maybe put something in on Murray's page, but it was kind of spur of the moment for me too. I was looking forward to spending time with everyone at Lisa's. Marty thought they called it a yes, which always made me blush. Imagine a halo over my head. Our dear Barbara, yes, indeedy. If you take crumbles of an eraser, and then knead it together, okay, would anybody else, can we just get this all off our chest? Would anybody else like to share, you know, what they're eating? Now Angie's having pineapple sherbet. We've had chocolate cake. We've had turtle brownie something or other ice cream. I knew I was going to try to make my own eraser, kneadable eraser, and you can put glue in with it. I know, right, Gail? And then I thought Stephanie was sending me a picture of chocolate cake or something, but it was just reverse coloring. Okay, that one pupil is way larger than the other. So let's just bring this one out a little bit more. And we'll do a half thing here. I don't know what this is gonna, they usually look a little bit better if I'm following an idea. But I like to color in, what time is it? Oh, my hubby might be just coming home from playing whisk. And if I put the dark pencil, oh, this number 8 pencil is really pretty nice. Then I can dip in there with my Cotillion. Chocolate gluten. Even that sounds good right now. So let's smudge some of this out. Now I'm not sure how this is. I haven't done this in a while. It's really quite thick, quite heavy. That number 8, I'm picking up some of that. I want to get a piece of, here, let's just use a piece of this. Now, where did that come from? I don't like mushrooms. It's Judy here. Judy Double E. Hi, Judy. I'll take off some of this. Let's make a little. Make a little wrinkle or something over here. And Kathy Arbor says if you bring the color in around the edge here, kind of brings the eye in. So now we've got the dark foundation and the drawn on eyebrow. Woohoo! Honey, I'm streaming. Hello. I'm streaming. Okay. Lisa didn't come on, so I went on.
Did she have a treat?
No. Oh, yes. Yes, I gave it to her. The other part is I keep losing, oh, there it is. Keep losing my little bit of eraser. What do they say? I missed something here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have a snack. I'm going to have a snack. I was just saying the other day I want a Chicago dog. I've never had a Chicago dog. And what's a red dog? My husband and I were talking about, I was getting my nails done and the girls had on the Kelly Clarkson show and this young actress was on and she was saying something about, I miss every other word because I don't hear so good. And especially in those kinds of settings, you know, where there's, you know, people. And she said people were at, you know, people have asked her, where have you had your best meal? Italy, France, what? And she's like, I like a red dog. I forget where she said. And then Jane Fonda was telling her where to get the best red dog someplace in Tennessee. I thought it was the Hoot. But what's a red dog? So Judy says, yep, the city is 200 miles up the interstate. You can almost inhale the aroma from there. I'm not a fan of deep dish. I mean, let's face it, I'll eat it. But I do love mushrooms too. Yeah, I wish I had remembered where this pencil was before I got all that darkness in there. Yeah, I understand, Ange. I definitely understand. There's a place in Jersey. It's about an hour from us. It's a pizza place and a bar and a grill place combo. We call it Pete and Elda's. It's really Carmen's Bar and Grill. Red Dog just has a different casing. North Carolina, Ohio, different places like them. Oh, they got more of a snap. But I see. I just assumed that they would be spicy. But my husband said he remembers. He thinks he had a red dog like when he was younger, like a kid. He thinks maybe his family had gone to Florida. He was thinking. Um, so I was just thinking it was spicy, but he doesn't remember it being spicy. A hot link. It's spicy and not a hot dog. It's also not a sausage. Yeah, I haven't ever tried pineapple on pizza, but you know what? I just don't really want to either. Don't wanna. Don't wanna. Anyway, this place in Jersey, and I've not ever really been a fan of like the cracker crust pizza either, but they do like a very thin crackery crust. But I think there for me most of it is their sauce isn't real. mm, their sauce is milder, or their combination of their cheese. It's just really like the whole. It's just really like, yep, he's home. Hear the noise. He's home. It's just like the whole deal. Love it. Oh, that does sound interesting. So, my bonus son, he didn't like, he would eat them, but he didn't like the hot dogs when he was here in the States at all. I'm like, that's an American. Well, I don't know. I like a hot dog. For me, um, especially with sauerkraut. This Brooklyn, New York gal is. You like the sauerkraut? Oh man. Mm. I could go for that right now. Give me a hot dog. Some kraut. Let's see. I don't know if I can. No, you're cringing? Not on pizza, on a hot dog. Silly, silly girl. You silly girl. Somewhere here I had a white colored pencil, but I guess I've removed it. I don't want that. I haven't had a pizza for a while. Yeah, really. True that, Janice. You got that right. No, me either. I meant a sauerkraut on a hot dog. I never even thought of a hot dog on a pizza, really. My Aunt Jerry used to make this dish in a pot, was in a pot, she called the tidbits and whatnots. And it was cut up hot dogs, sliced onion, sliced green pepper, and I think it had a lot of paprika in it. That's because you're being good, Gail. And how about cauliflower pizza? Have you had that, Gail? That cauliflower crust? Okay, chat away there, Angie girl. Yeah, tidbits and whatnots. And then it would just cook for, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes or something. And then she would serve it over noodles. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking good. I think she put just like tomato sauce on it. I don't remember the exact recipe. Okay, I think I want to take out some of this. Graphite. Of course, this is like my little, boy, that eye really got big all of a sudden. Oh, that's what's in a hot dog. Hey, Kathy Arbor. How are you? Were your ears burning? I was just saying, Kathy Arbor said to do, some shading around the outside of the eye to kind of bring the eye in. This side's going to look like it belongs to two different people. I don't know how this one got so big. It really got big. Yes, wonder why they felt hot. Okay, Barb. Let me know what time. Let me know what time they need to be there. We got another woolly mammoth coming up. I should have gotten up and went and got my pencil bin. Would have been a lot better. Yeah, I struggle with the nose. I struggle with the nose. I struggle with the lips, and I struggle with the hair. Like really a lot, especially the hair. Whew. No idea. You love doing hair? Oh my gosh. I wish I loved it. I keep practicing, but man, I like everybody better bald when I'm drawing. I just love doing eyes though. Yeah, I do. I don't know that I do better. I feel like I do better just freewheeling it and doing what I want, because then I've got nothing to compare to it. A lot of times if I have a sample and I'm looking at it, or I'm trying to make it look like the picture, because then if I could do that, then I could probably do portraits. So I'm not there yet. That's a goal, but it's good to have goals, but sometimes you don't reach them, you know. Nothing close is good. I don't know. I was pretty excited when I showed my grandchildren a picture of, I guess it's their second cousin, it'd be their second cousin, third cousin, and they knew who he was. And they don't see him that often, so that's good. I showed it to my son. He didn't know, but he said I wouldn't know the kid if I fell over him. Angie, you're killing me here, honey. I don't think peanut butter sandwich is a good chaser to pineapple sherbet. Yowzer, yowzer. I think I just took off some of his pupil. This number 8 pencil's way too heavy. Should have done it. Should have done a. All right. Anybody here? I know Kathy likes to draw. Does anybody else here really like to draw? Is that because of your surgery? Oh, Janice. Ooh, you need a fat boy. What the heck's a fat boy? Okay, well, if you want, if I mean, of course, watching Kathy Arbor is a given. Okay, and probably a lot of us do. So, most of you don't like to draw? Hmm. Well, my sister Nancy found this lady called Bonnie Snowden, and she does stuff I never heard of before. Like her animal portraits are amazing. Yeah, what's a fat boy? It's a fat square of. Oh, when I was a kid, when we go on the boardwalk, they would have waffles with a big. Yeah, she's good. Bonnie Snowden is good. But she does this scratch thing. Oh, Kathy Arbor, are you still here? I could ask you this question. Um, I'm wanting to to invest in some other colored pencils. Like I just have Prismacolor for the most part, right? And I would like to try either polychromos or the luminance, the Carandash. Should I get a little set of each and try, or should I go in one direction and, try to get the biggest set I can? Because I've been watching this Bonnie Snowden. She mostly uses the Carandash or the who's leaving? Okay, good night, Gail. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. And I know Lena was saying the Carandash were her favorites, but I'm just trying to decide what direction I should go, if I should go in a direction at all. I need a smaller, I have them in the other room. I need a smaller Protillion to do some of the other scrubbing arounds that I normally do. Oh, Holbein. That's a whole nother. I haven't even looked at them. Now, what do you like about them, Marty? Oh, this is what I was going to tell you. At Xandra's, she, I guess Jane Davenport has out a journal book that's got vellum in it, and she was doing color pencil on vellum. I must have vellum here in my stash somewhere. But I've never tried colored pencil on vellum, I don't think either. She said it's real creamy. But Bonnie Snowden, she takes, like, where she's coloring and she's making pencil strokes, like, for fur. And then she takes a ceramic, I think that's what they call it, a ceramic blade, like an X-Acto knife, and then she flips it on the back side and she scratches in hairs. My gosh, it's amazing. Kathy says both are great. Lumi are softer and good for portraits. The other has a nice color range of all colors. Thanks, Kathy. And Marty says the Holbein are creamy and they blend nicely. See, I've been coloring in one of my coloring books by Elena Lazareva. Lazarevna. Elena. She's got those. She does pretty. Just all these pretty women. But the paper quality is just really not very good. And I'm trying to be patient, and I'm trying to go light, and I'm trying to do many, many layers, and I just can't get the coverage on the paper that I want. And I'm frustrating myself big time. And it's a bit frustrating. Guess this guy's not getting any lips. Because I didn't bring the, color down far enough. I guess I could paint more on there. Copy the picture on, yeah. I can't find my ink for my printer. Oh, I see. Yeah, somebody was saying, I guess I was talking in my other screen. Hey, Susan, how are you? Nice to see you. They were saying something about, the pencils and they should last and, but see, I grind I use them a lot. I use my Prismas a lot. Well, it's all I have. I color almost every night and I really enjoy it. So I think it's time for me to branch out and maybe try another kind. And I was thinking about, just trying to get a big set of one other kind. And then I thought, well, maybe I should just get a small set because I'm going to grind them up anyway, right? Because I'm going to use the colors. See, I was thinking about if I get a small set and then I want a bigger set, I'll have duplicates. But oh, isn't that funny? You can't get the sets and Kathy can't get them individually. The bummer. I really scratched the paint in there. I didn't get it in even. Yeah, so I'm hoping with when I finally get closer to um, getting my room straightened up, I'll find the ink for my printer. And my husband has a printer for work that's here, and I could use that, but I don't know how to use that one yet. As far as making copies and stuff, and I have to find my good. Oh, thanks, Marty. I have to find my good paper, my better, like my fine. I'm gonna flip it upside down. My fine, or my smoother. I guess I should say my smoother, like cardstock. But surely there's a way to color on that. What is it called? That paper that's not so great in some of these color books. There's a name for it. Craft Space or right. Well, see, that's the other thing. Right, Kathy, they're very expensive. Yeah. But just starting out, I don't know what colors. And of course, I'm not going to be doing portraits. Let's face it. Bristol Smooth. Yeah, I have some Bristol, and Kathy recommends Bristol quite a few times that I've tuned in to her. Um, yes, I have watched the Zucchini Kitten Kitty. Yeah, color books. Yeah, she does do amazing work. Yeah, I've seen her. Yeah, the Bristol paper is smooth. I did cat. All right, ladies, I think it's time for me to go see how my husband's evening was. Yes, create space. I always forget that. And put my feet up for a bit. Thank you all for joining me and keeping me company. I was feeling a bit lonely. Yeah, they do. I've checked out Dick Blick. He's got both. He's got the sets and he's got the individuals. Yeah, I always think about shipping. I hate to pay shipping. I need to get my little stump, my smaller one, so I can blend in that edge around the iris. Thanks, Artie Dar. Yeah, it was fun. Blick's where you got the Holbeins. Yeah, got flesh tones and pastels on sale. You were channeling Dee Dee. Watch BMD portraits, Susan says. Mostly pastel pencils. But the best color choices, that's always my problem. BMD portraits, huh? Never heard of that. Okay. Cool. I should leave a space open. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Now I have to decide what I want to eat. Peanut butter and jelly. Actually, my husband, I think, just bought jam. I prefer jam. I might paint a little white in the whites of those eyes to make them kind of. His nose is fatter on that side. Looks like somebody's giving him a wallop. Of course, this needs to be, blended out. Oh, geez. Now he's got a big hair there. That needs to be blended out more. All right, girls. Thank you so very much. I did miss Lisa tonight. I hope she's doing all right. I don't know if she twisted her ankle or something. Susan says, an artist I watched once said you should use lime green and brick red plus white for any skin color. It works. It just amazes me, like when Dee Dee's doing a portrait work, the few times that I've watched her, and she sees colors, and Kathy does too, sees colors in the picture they're working from that I don't see in their skin. It goes back to what Dee Dee is saying. It's all in what your eye see to know what your eye really sees, and because they'll see blue and they see purple and goodness me, I mean, I just don't see those. Steffi's an awesome artist. Thread and Glue Designs. Does she have a channel? Is that her channel, Thread and Glue Designs, Marty? Seeing the colors comes with practice, Kath. And like, Kathy, you've said before too that, doing the younger faces, boy, that's a challenge. I tried to do one of my grandson from a picture, and oh my gosh, he looks like he's 40 years. He looks like he's 40 years old. It is the contrast of the tones in the seeing, in the skin. Okay, Ange, thanks for hanging, hon. See you soon. Most people end up a bit orangey. Yeah, the green or blue makes it realistic. How about that? Like the one fellow that I saw Dee Dee doing, she would put white in like where the highlights would be first. Anyway, it's all very interesting to me. It's very, I could watch and fiddle with that kind of stuff all day long instead of attending to my messy room, which I'm making progress in. I have to keep telling myself I am making progress. I am making progress. All right, friends, thanks for joining me, keeping me company. So I just glued in a couple of things in my little composition mini journal. And then I put my other little journal together with my yummy coffee dyed pages. So I've got to get some books stitched. So I've got to probably turn in a little earlier tonight because I got to be off to the dentist to have my bridge reattached. Oh, fun. All right, thanks for hanging. Good to see you all. Take care. I'll see you all soon. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.